Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pairfect, Daily Tribune's digital show that takes you up close and personal with trailblazers and winners in their field. I am Dinah Ventura. Joining me today are Skeeter Labastilla-Turgut, founder of Pinas, Sadya, and Secillano, founder of Dwellbeing. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
having us.
having
Yeah, so
us.
it's Artefino season again.
Yes.
And you've joined Artefino before,
Yeah, 2022 we launched Pinas and the Artefino platform.
and it's your
Last
first
year.
time.
First time.
All
Yes.
right, so this will be a nice conversation. So tell us about your companies. First of all, your brands.
Yeah.
So Pinas Sadya, what is it?
Okay, so
about?
Pinas Sadya, two
Pinas
words.
Sadya.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pinas Sadya is actually a celebration of the pride and joy of being a Filipino. So I created a brand based on my personal journey in my 40s. I started, that's a year, I found this in the pandemic. I started traveling within and knowing myself. And then it's really about just the joy of being the authentic, unique you. There's only one you in the world. Nag-iisa walang katulad, Pinas Sadya. So there's the curated thing. So it also means Pinas, of course, Philippines, and Sadya means intent and joy. I'm Bisaya. Yeah, so in Bisaya, Sadya means joy. So the joyful gift giving of the unique curated things that are like meant for you. So yeah, my pieces are the pieces that you can't find anywhere. So I only make a small batch production of each design. So 5, maximum 7 for each. So that's the story of the brand. Yes.
Wow, I'd like to talk more about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Self-discovery. There's the celebration of like, because we grew up in a world of comparison, seeking validation, affirmation. And then when you arrive at a place where it's like, wait, why? I'm so tired pleasing everybody. Why won't you just celebrate myself? So it's really the painful but celebratory finding yourself. So this
That was
also,
over the
yes,
pandemic.
over the pandemic, yeah, finding yourself, finding the pieces that are great for you, setting your boundaries. I mean, setting the things that you love doing and start doing it. So that's the story of the Sadyang Ikaw Walang Katulad, Pinas Sadya. There's only one you.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Now that I know the story behind it, it will be
Yeah.
so much more special when you're wearing
Yes,
a piece from
yes,
the brand.
correct.
Okay. And what about you, Chat?
Yeah. Dwell-being, actually it doesn't mean anything. It's a combination of dwell, your dwelling place, and well-being, which is your health. So we are a social enterprise. We are into upcycling. The products here, as you can see, no, these are all upcycled. So mga tinapon. Tapos we collect them and then we turn it into something nice and unique, and functional for your home. So we have upcycling, and then our second one is empower. So every piece of Dwellbeing represents a community. So we partner with communities as a source of their livelihood to produce our items. And aside from that, when we were expanding, we were looking for a team na to help me with the business. So we run on a 100% deaf team. Yeah. You were able to meet them,
Yeah,
diba?
I met them.
So even our selling staff are deaf.
Are there?
Yes. And then the last pillar is we're also about giving back. So a percentage of our gross sales. So every purchase that is made, a contribution, a family meal is donated to Project Pearls. Project Pearls is an NGO based in Tondo. So in Tondo, Smoky Mountain, it's unfortunately eating pagpag is their way of life. They collect fast food leftovers and then they eat it. Tapos, so Project Pearl set up a soup kitchen, and every day they provide meals for these families. So a percentage of our gross sales goes to supporting that advocacy. So there.
Yeah. So when did you start? When did you establish the brand?
We're
What gave you
mga
the idea to
we're 2.5 years old, so pandemic din siya. It really started with this is our first product because during the pandemic, my son has eczema and rhinitis. So during the pandemic, we kept washing our hands, alcohol. So nagpantal-pantal na yung kamay niya. As in, tuklap-tuklap na yung balat niya. Tapos, I went to the pedia and the derma, and they said, you know, you have to start looking into alternative personal care at home, all natural. So, tama-tama, I had a friend who formulates mga ganito, and I asked her, can you try something for me? And then it worked. So, it became the first product. Pero when I was doing it, the lemongrass hand soap, pero when I was doing it, parang sabi ko, I didn't want to use regular bottles and add more trash. So sabi ko, why not look into recycling? So it started kasi funny kasi my family is a family of drinkers sila. But I'm not a drinker, but my family is sila lang. Okay. So ang daming basura sa labas ng bahay namin, 'di ba? Mga bote. So sabi ko, ang ganda minsan kasi maganda yung mga shape ng bote, 'di ba? So that's when the idea started. So sabi ko, I'm looking for bottles, pero it has to be sustainable. Ibig sabihin, pag marami na yung order, kaya kong masustain yung bottle source.
Okay, so...
So, if you can see, it's a common bottle that everyone uses sa Philippines. It's all over. It's the lapad. It's the, ito naman is a wine bottle. So, and you will see the rest of the collection ng bottles sa Artefino, in full display. Hulaan nyo na lang kung ano siya. Kasi it's there naman, so like Jack Daniels, it's like Jack Daniels, So, ano siya dati. Tapos, turn it into something, nice and useful na when you put it sa CR mo, it looks nice and pretty.
I have it in my bathroom right now. The one I have,
Tapos, it's all natural kasi if it works for my son, then it will work for everyone. So, that's our mantra. So, even like the healing balm, mommy, di ba? Yung mga anak kagat ng lamok, kung ano, masakit ulo, masakit tiyan, lahat na. So
lahat yan, pwede yan sa lahat.
Yes, pwede sa bata rin. Kasi lahat, I made it for my son. Yun, tapos, that's how it started. It started with this. Tapos, I wasn't sure if it was gonna fly kasi nga, during the pandemic, di ba, everyone was medyo clean freak. Parang, kailangan malinis. Tapos, here I am, selling used bottles. Tapos, and yun nga, we're just very fortunate, a lot of people pala. We're very, conscious on carbon footprint ng mga basura. Yeah. So, we were able to, they were able to appreciate this. Then, I thought kasi nobody will buy it kasi nga, di ba, basura siya,
so
mga tinapon.
Basta you just went ahead with your idea and was pleasantly surprised that
people
really were...
Yeah, I was really surprised talaga because they really embraced it. So, parang yan yung naging seed. Tapos, doon na siya nag-unti-unti.
So, from one product, you now have how many?
I think we have about 20 na.
So,
we
constantly developing.
So we from personal care, which is the liquid soap, we have body wash, we have healing balm, we have bath soap. We will launch the shampoo bar in Artefino. And then we also went into home decor, which is the cheese trays and the dish trays. So dati siyang wine bottle na tinuna. And then this one is very interesting. This is our newest one. This one is made from hotel linens. Kasi ang hotel, every 5 years, you have to retire. Tapos ka lang magpalit ng bago. So this is our rest sleep mask. Rest. R-E-S-T, rest. Kasi it's made from reused hotel linens siya. So reused. And, nakasa siya dito. Reused siya and remade. Ayun. So, ayan. So, these are things that we do and we tap a community to do. Like ito, sewers namin is from Manila. Sila din yung nagsusew. It's a community-based, initiative lahat.
So, every part of the business is really going out there and helping people to end the planet. Yeah. So nice. So, and you were telling me earlier that people can reuse or recycle.
Yes. So like you mentioned, 'di ba? Parang you got one
for my birthday.
For your birthday you got a gift set. Yeah. So what we do to lessen nga the mga trash, we have a refillable program. So pag naubos na siya, just let us know kasi when we deliver we'll collect the old bottle.
Galing. So wag tatapon, di ba? And reuse. Okay. So let's talk about your passion. So what inspired you to blend traditional Filipino weaves with modern fashion? And how do you incorporate these elements into your designs?
A lot of ways. Basically, it started when I had a talk with my friend, Val. Shout out to Val. So Val co-founded Pinas with me, but she's now having her own brand on her own. But she's going to get married at the time that we talked in 2019, and then she goes, "I want to do a pre-colonial Filipino wedding." I was like, "What is that?" And then she goes like, "Alam mo ba na pag kinasal dati ang mga Pilipino pre-colonial, we're not wearing white?" Yes. So I was like, "What?" Yeah. So we're wearing our own weaves that we weave our own weaves. Our own textile. And then so rich, and ako na hoarder ng textile. I super agree. Kasi ko, ang dami nating textiles from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Kasi parang when I travel, I collect each, at dumami na yung collection ko of fabrics until I realized, why don't you like create something that I can wear for me and my kids and my children? So it started from that, na parang there's actually, I would say this now, a need for us to really strongly set the bar in saying, we are world class, our talent, our expertise, our artistry, and that we just have to really claim it and keep on doing and wearing it and living our heritage. So
I think it's time.
it's time. It's long, yeah. But and then now it's a great opportunity what the Artefino platform has done, because they're really embracing this community of bringing together the brands who believe in the same call for keeping our heritage alive. So my designs, Pinasadia's pieces are the things that you can wear every day, not just on like a linggo ng wika, not just like or sona or kasal, right? So like you can wear them every day, like office wear, or even like your brunch or meeting with your amigas, or night out or whatever. There's really like a lot of things that you can do here and there. For example, this is a weave from Marawi. This is Langkit of Marawi, and I pair it with the Cantarinas of Isabela. And this is a nice vest. Diba? And so things like that, mostly pampatong. And I also do the inclusivity, because the sizes of the women now, we're all sizes, not just one size. So I make a lot of the pampatongs. And then I actually launched the Biyaya campaign last year, and which became a malaking biyaya, which is the plus size line. Yeah. So I got a lot of clap for that, which is an amazing campaign, malaking biyaya. So because women come in different sizes, not just the small, the big. So I mostly do the pampatong, easy to wear. From the office to going out, and unique, yeah. So I also do the skirts, but then my skirts are wrap skirts, so you can, even a small size and a big size
so
can do. Yeah, it can be adjusted, and the pants are always garters at the back. An option for this, and always with pockets. Always with pockets.
Mga mommy talaga.
Yes, of course. So those are the very practical things that we're doing in Pinasadia. So I intentionally categorize the brand into the casual wear, because not the formal wear, because there's a lot of more amazing designers just focusing on the formal wear. So I'd like to be in the casual wear, and my daily activity, which is hatid sundo in school. So that's my category of how to do the casual wear part.
And I'm curious, why did you used to travel a lot and collecting textiles?
Okay, but the curiosity was really, and each community tells its own story. I grew up in Agusan del Sur, so we have a lot of Manobo tribes in Agusan del Sur, and then we're very there's a distinct way of doing the hand embroidery, which is different from the Tibol tribe of Cotabato. And when I realized that, so sa Agusan del Sur mo na ito mahanap. At then sa Tiboli lang siya. Ang galing ng identity na sa mga wala pang alam sa textile, ang galing na I'm able to tell that story separately. So then that started my appreciation of different weaves. So Yakan is Zamboanga, right? And then the Pisabit is Sulu. Yes, this is Marawi. Oo, may mga pa-quiz ako dyan. So, kanya-kanyang tribes. And then, kasi ang alam lang natin are those that are available, like when we say like, oh, Ifugao or Cordillera, red, black lang. No, they have a lot of colors. And then, so that started my curiosity in the weaving. And to add to that, it's really difficult to weave because most of the weavers that we have are farmers. So they weave early morning. And then when the sun is out na, then they have to go attend to their farm or baliktad, like attend to the farm, and then they can weave only in the afternoon. So it's a lifestyle for them. So to be able to sustain that lifestyle and culture, kasi yung para lang siyang farming, na hindi na interested yung younger generation in weaving. Kasi ano ba yan? But because of what the Artefino community has constantly brought out into like, we can wear and live and preserve our heritage by living it daily, then the demand is now bigger. And I'm so happy to be part of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
You ladies are so inspiring.
Thank you.
You emphasize transforming discarded pieces into beautiful functional items. How do you source your materials, and how do you make sure, do you follow a process to make sure that these are repurposed effectively?
Yes. So for the bottles, we only work with hotels and restaurants. Kasi tsaka mga bars. Kasi actually, malinis siya. It doesn't even touch the lips. Kasi they usually use it for cocktail lang. Tapos pour lang yan, tapos tinatapon nila lahat sa isang sako yan. Tapos just collect the sako. Malinis na malinis siya. It's alcohol eh. So alcohol malinis kasi nakakapatay siya ng bacteria, diba? Alcohol ang laman eh. So and then we wash it, and then two layers no. Initial hugas lang just to take the odor out. And then another one is to sanitize. So ito talaga yung asin binabrush, talagang hinuhugas talaga siya ng mabuti. Oo, intensive cleaning na siya. So that's for the bottles. For the fabric naman, yung mga retaso naman, not much na yan eh. Konting hugas na lang. We do have a new collection, the denim and the discarded flour sack, yung mga flour sack. The flour sack, sayang hindi ko pala dala. Yung flour sack, yun, kailangan labhan yun. So, kailangan labhan yun. So, kailangan muna ilaba, tapos pag siya, that's when we cut it and repurpose na siya. So, for the hotel linas naman, they decided to us wash na.
Okay.
Kasi they have their own laundry naman inside the hotels, diba? So, yun ang request. Padala mo naman sa wash na. Kasi may paglaban ng bedsheet.
Laki nun.
Oo. So, wash na siya. So, from there, we do the process na.
Okay, let's talk some more about your businesses when we return after a short break.
And this break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, # Bigger Better Younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart, live more today. Union Bank, it starts with you.
Tune in to Daily Tribune's show aimed at addressing the needs and problems of our OFWs from different corners of the globe. Hear about their plights and success stories every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. only on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube.
Straight Talk dives deep into present issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Welcome back to Pairfect. We're still here with two very inspiring ladies who are brand partners at Artefino. So we have Skeeter and Chen. So, Skeeter, can you share a daily ritual or habit that helps you stay creatively inspired and grounded in your work?
Daily habit.
Yes.
Okay. I kind of was not successful in my walking because recently it's been raining. But one thing that I actually is Bible for me is really my breakfast with my husband.
Okay.
And that's very important because kids go to work early, and then so I make hatid. But my breakfast with my husband is my grounding, because my as a creatives, our minds would just fly. And then my husband is very introvert, but he's like very grounded. So
He
my
keeps you
breakfast,
anchored.
my breakfast is we talk about everything under the sun, and it's like my break away from the stress in my head, which is an amazing thing. And And I just appreciate that it's daily. I don't set a schedule in the morning. We do breakfast at 10, it's brunch, 10
like
to
sacred.
10 to 11. Yeah, so it's basically my grounding. And then I do my work because I'm a creative. My mind is more awake at night.
Yes.
So I do my thinking at night. So I start my meetings in the afternoon and I do kids things around that time. Then I start my really serious work at night. And then I wake up early to do the kids. I do nap. So that's one thing that I really do. My journal is very important for me. I have a gratitude journal, which when I wake up every morning, I just, write 3 things. Kahit na paulit-ulit, but it's really the right, just 3. Definitely, in-name kong 10 every day, pero kahit 3, I would write it, like really write. So that's a good ritual. My skincare, minsan nakakalimutan ko na. But yeah, I do it mostly at night. But my morning is gratitude when I wake up. I honor my breakfast, my date with my husband, which is every brunch. And then my skincare I do at night. So that's all. Yeah. and then, yeah, because if you own a small business, you don't rest. Your mind is just,
that's true.
you don't, even in your sleep, you're working.
That's true.
So I intentionally do my pauses every now and then.
Okay, that's so inspiring. It's nice to know. It's nice to hear
Yeah.
that you go through the same things, similar things that I go through.
Yes.
Okay. So, how about you, Che? Inclusivity is a significant aspect of Dwellbeing. So, particularly with providing job opportunities to the deaf community, as you were saying earlier. So, how did you develop this approach, and what challenges and successes did you encounter in implementing it?
Dwellbeing was really based on Anita Roddick, the founder of Body Shop's vision to use business as a force for good. So if you can see the elements, no, it's upcycling, empowering, giving back. These are all good intention. So when we were expanding, sabi ko, I need help na, hindi ko na kaya, ako and my husband lang, ang hirap na. So when we were looking into the workforce, sino ba yung pwedeng tulungan? Sino ba yung nangangailangan? Sino ba yung left behind? Sino ba yung may capability? So when we looked at that, nag-zero in kami sa deaf. Kasi they can do everything except hear and speak. But everything else they can do. Kasi we are production heavy eh. So you just need, hands, yan. You need that. And we were very fortunate kasi we had a buyer who had a friend who owns parang deaf, para siyang deaf empowering NGO siya. So it's Hand and Heart. Si Hand and Heart, they provide naman and look for jobs for deaf.
Okay.
So yun, we talked to them and then they said, baka naman pwede mo kaming tulungan. We need this talent, ganun. And then they said, sorry.
Oh, so,
I need water. Nagtutuyo na yung throat ko.
also, both of you parang started out talagang individual, and you with your husband.
Yeah.
So was it hard to start a business of this sort? Like, was it difficult?
Yes
for
and
you
no.
at the beginning?
Because I've had several businesses before. We folded 9 out of 10 businesses in the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
So my husband and I grew up to 10 brands, and then we folded 9 out of 10. So it's not my first. But the thing of making it into like the hard is the scaling up, because the question of like, when are you going to scale up? When? Kasi may ibang, I love my little control here. I'm fine in this small world. But then the scaling up is really a big question of when. Because the how you can replicate naman the how but when? I think that's a big decision.
You have to get out of your comfort
Yeah,
zone.
getting out of
May
your comfort
ka ba?
zone.
May wake-up call ka ba na, kailangan mo na talaga?
Oo. Kasi it's not just the demand, but also the opportunity. There's a responsibility to really keep it up and don't leave everything. Yeah, as it grows, you have this moral obligation almost to your community that they grow with you. You don't just leave them
That is
behind,
true.
especially with you because you have
Agree.
a deaf community,
Yeah,
and it's
agree.
growing, and not people are asking for work from you, and
Yeah, agree
then you have
yun,
to,
oo.
yeah,
That is true. I totally agree kasi parang since we're working with communities, no, parang hindi siya pwedeng pang Christmas lang.
true. Hindi siya
Kasi-
pwedeng pang Christmas.
Oo, hindi siya
Yeah.
pwedeng pang Christmas. What
Yeah.
happens to them the rest of the year? Christmas is just 2 months in a year. Ano mangyayari sa kanila the rest of the 10 months? So parang you really have to use your God-given skills to make sure na all these the communities that kumbaga carry mo sila. Carry mo sila na paano mo siya na masusustain na lagi kang may benta para lagi silang may gawa. Lagi kang may order para lagi silang may
That's
gawa.
your challenge.
Oo, tapos parang, it's a matter of parang, margins ba? Profit ba? Or you want lower para faster turnover para may gawa sila. It always
Yeah.
comes to that eh. Tapos there will come a point nga, yung parang may, wake up moment na, alam mo, di ko na to kaya, tayong dalawa lang. Kailangan na natin ng tulong.
Yeah.
Yun. So, parang yung sa akin was yung garage talaga namin. Pati kotse ko naging stock room na. So, ko, this can't be. Kasi I don't have family time. Lahat na. Nasa bahay
Yeah,
lang din
yeah,
Di ba?
yeah.
Parang wala na yung personal time mo and yung working time mo. Naggaganong-ganon na sila. So, that's when we decided. So, we tapped the deaf.
So when you established the business, this giving back has always been at the core of
Yes. Again,
Or
philosophy, it revolves around using the business as a force for good. So in every aspect that, na naka-inject doon sa business, how do we use Dwellbeing as a force for good? So, ganun lagi. So,
That's
we were
always the
expanding. Yeah, sino yung left behind sector? It's the deaf. They can read and write. I was also surprised when I met them kasi they can read and write and they are college graduates but no one was giving them opportunity. Lagi lang silang tagalinis. I mean, they are more than that. They are more than that. So when I took them in, read and write, that's how we communicate. And syempre, I learned na rin to sign. Kasi I talk to them. And then, retail opportunity came. And then parang yung question was, I have to stay true. I have to keep my team 100% deaf. Let us show them what you can do. So si Skeeter, nakita niya how
Yeah,
how it
how it's-
went. So
yeah.
they are just armed with tablets.
And then
That's
you
how they
communicate.
talk. That's how they talk to the customers. So everyone is surprised that they can read and write. They can read and write. Oo,
they're
they
just
can.
that, they're
Oo. So, yun nga, I always tell them, we put ability in disability because we defy
So now I'm
talaga.
curious, what were you doing before you put up these brands? What were you into?
Oh, I've been in a corporate for so long. So the corporate world is really different because you have a constant security, and as you go up to the ladder, the more difficult it is for you to leave because you're already up there. So it was a very conscious decision for me to leave. So this is a shout out to the people who are in the corporate world who may be thinking of like have a dream, like life that you want to have but don't know when and how to leave the corporate world. There's really life after corporate world. You just have to go through the tunnel into like really finding yourself, and it's painful but it's really worth it. It's like giving birth. It's birthing. You're birthing yourself. You're finding yourself. So yeah, corporate has been my go-to. That's the only world I knew.
How long were you working in?
20 years? Yeah. 20 years, which is really like going up to the ladder. And then it was conscious, if not for my husband who told me, the kids need a mom at home. And I grew up in a mentality of like, wait, I got married at 35. I was really a maid person by the time I got married. So the family thing was like a new thing for me. I'd rather do Excel sheets than attend to my firstborn. That was my experience with my firstborn. I'd rather do meetings than patulugin siya. But that's a difficult transition for me. But then he said, your kids need a mom. And it was the break that I needed. It's difficult, but it's like, I had to. No, the thing had to is not actually applicable to everybody, but but it was a powerful choice to be a present mom while they were growing up. And then that's when I started my journey within. What can I do in the house? What can I do? Is aside from complaining, like I'd rather be productive. So that's when I just found my authentic self. And then it just naturally came out na creative pala ako. Excel sheet ako, math, best in science, whatever. Pero creative pala ako because the community are looking down on the creatives. You know, I mean, parang mga balay mo na yan. Walang pera dyan, dun ka lang sa science or engineer ka, doctor, right? Yeah, the old mindset. So, I grew up in that culture that the sciences or the maths are better than the arts. So I suppressed pala my being creative. So I just found it in my 40s. I know!
Magawa, diba?
Yes!
Lahat ng pieces siya sa kanya.
Yes! So lumalabas lang siya kasi na-embrace ko na creative pala ako. I am right brain.
You're one of the rare, lucky few people who discovered
Thank
themselves.
you. And embraced, yeah. And did
Very,
the transition.
same din. Ganyan din, same. Kung sa kanya yung husband niya nag-wake up ko, sa akin it was my son. Ganun din, 20 years, corporate, retailing kasi ako eh. Ganun din. It was nakaset na for life kasi very settled ka na, di ba? You have this routine, you know what to do. And then, suddenly, parang my son, parang all his birthdays, yun lang ako pupunta sa school niya, hatid ko siya during his birthday lang. Pero yung last niya was, I wish it was my birthday every day. So I get to see you.
Oh my gosh! I understand. Oh my gosh.
My heart, that was a wake-up call. That was a wake-up call. Tapos parang, pero syempre nakakatakot, di ba? Kasi corporate, you're paid well, you have the benefits and everything, and then you do this, na you don't know what will happen next month, and di ba? It's very, nakakatakot siya. Nakakatakot siya talaga. It's really risky. You don't know what will happen. Pero I don't know, you just have to parang, yun din, hindi ko alam na kaya ko pala maggawa ng ganito. Alam mo yun, lumabas lang siya na, kaya ko pala, gano'n, na, I did have training naman in retail, pero yung ikaw talaga yung gagawa, like from scratch, I'm sure, di ba yung, from etong bote, paano mo siya gagawin ganito? Kaya pala siya. I think,
Just do it.
parang gano'n lang siya. You will be, hindi naman forced, pero parang, di ba, there's something there's always that, mahulog na lang siya yung idea sa'yo, biglang, tuloy-tuloy ka na. Tapos you just keep going. Gano'n.
I'm so inspired.
Yes.
So, okay. So now that you've launched your brands and it's doing well, and you have Artefino as platform
Yeah.
and many other perks for you to grow your business. So, how do you envision the future for your brands?
Okay. A lot of people are asking me this, and then I have one answer, and this is, I start with a caveat. I may not be alive when it happens, but the Pinas Sadya is boiled down to my core, which is who I am and my purpose. And I believe that my purpose is really, I am a contribution to the first world Philippines. Ang layo pa ng check! So it's like, kaya may caveat. Guys, I won't be alive by then, but my existence now is a contribution to that future, and I know it. That's why everything that I do is really the elevated Philippines.
Okay.
Everything I say, I wear, I represent, I stand for. It's really for
You're
that.
living it now.
I'm living that because I believe that I am a contribution to one drop in the ocean, that I believe that there will come a time, a generation, I don't know how many more generations after us, that we will reach there. It's really like that mass, sige lang, push lang, and then we arrive. So that's a big vision. Okay, so how do I envision Pinas Sadya from here? Hello, 2 years pa lang, diba? Since we launched in Artefino. I really want to continue, and this has been my clarion call, that we are a walking billboard of our culture. So I really go for Pinas Sadya as the vehicle for the pride and joy of being a Filipino. Because you can wear it. Iba yung, di ba, you travel with, you travel with your scarf, your bag, or whatever. So you can bring it with you, and you're the walking billboard of that, your earrings, whatever. So I love that idea, and I really, that's what inspires me, because it's limitless. The creativity, the passion, the community that we can grow. Kaya unlike Che, that she's really going into like, oh, I work sa community and grow. Binaliktad ko, Che. Para hindi ako ma-stress.
Kasi it's a big shoes to fill talaga.
Big shoes to fill. Binaliktad ko siya na parang, no, I live for a future that one day everybody will just be walking with head up high that I'm Filipino. I have the pride and joy of being a Filipino. And how do I do that? Wala lang. Parang slow tayo. Slow fashion naman siya. So I don't commit myself to like buhayan ko yung community. I commit myself like, let's do this consistently and tuloy-tuloy. Padayon tayo. So like my makers have been, like my mananay has been with me for 20 years because she's my cortina sofa cover maker, and then now we're growing, and now she's now leading a team of 10. And I started with one production hub. I have 4 production hubs right now, and they're like growing a team of 5 to 10. So in a span of 2 years, it's really like a slow growth, but growing. Yeah. So that's where Pinas Sadya is really, I wake up to that possibility and conviction that I am a contribution to that first world. I would before Better Philippines facing it. No, better is so vague. No, I want to put my existence right now is a contribution to the first world Philippines in the next generation.
There's an art card right there.
Yes.
Code cards. All right. That's so inspiring. My goodness, this conversation is awesome.
Thank you.
Enjoying it so much. But before we end the show, maybe you would like to say something to our viewers.
Of course. Guys, next week is another year for Artefino. So it's a community of creatives and supporters and just people living and keeping our heritage alive. So there will be almost 100 brands will be around in a growing Artefino community. It will be next week, August 22 to 25 at the 5th in Rockwell. So like Che here of Dwellbeing is a new brand joining Artefino. So I'm so excited to see more brands like Che and Dwellbeing to join the big roster of Artefino community next week.
Yeah. Speaking of future, na, I think this is the future. What Artefino is doing, it's a platform to announce to everyone what Filipinos can do. Diba? In a world where, there are a lot of, imported goods, we stand with Artefino as one voice to tell, everyone and showcase what we can do. Well, of course, we're not naman like super dirt cheap because we're not, hindi kami ganon. Diba? Hindi kami ganon. We stand together voicing na, quality, Filipino is world class.
Yes.
Diba? I mean, from our essential oil to our fabric.
Everything's handmade.
Yeah,
Thank you for touching the topic of price. Because it's ang mahal dyan sa Artefino.
Yes.
And I used to be a shopper of Artefino and I realized, of course, alam mo ba gano'ng katagal to gawin? And how many people can do this lang? Konti lang sila. And I have to ship it pa from Marawi to here.
Yes.
And this one from Abra to here. So.
The work behind, every product that you will see in Artefino, hindi lang yan tipong tinahe. Again, sometimes you have to work with communities, like kami, papadala mo, babalik nila dito. Yung iba, walang transportation, kailangan mo ilakad, to reach remote areas. Kasi nga, you want to provide opportunities to left behind communities and people and sector.
Yeah.
In order to reach that, you have to go through a lot of, logistics eh. And syempre, this will entail cost. Pero the output naman that you will see, is talagang wala kang makikitang katulad. Yan, talaga, we're very proud to
I
say.
think Filipino-made products are really high quality.
Nakita mo talaga for every piece, like for every, makita mo talaga yung ano pa lang, design pa lang eh. How long it took to think, di ba?
So,
to come up with such a product. Yun.
Every piece that you buy in Artefino will be worth it.
Yes. Oo. So, yun. Please come. No? Kung na-inspired ka sa kwento namin, marami pa doon.
Marami pa. 100 more stories.
Pa kami.
Yeah.
We just represent parang a small, population.
And as you can see, there's a wealth of stories that we can share with you. And thank you, ladies, for
Thank you
joining
too.
us.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Ryan. We'll be
Dina.
there. We'll be in Artefino kaming dalawa.
See you
So,
guys
yeah,
next week.
see you guys next week. So we can share with you our stories also.
Yes, so please do visit Artefino at Rockwell.
The 5th at Rockwell, August 22 to 25. That's
Alright.
Thursday to Sunday next week.
Okay. Meanwhile, thank you very much for watching Pairfect. This has been Dinah Ventura. Thank you and see you all next week.
This public service announcement is brought to you by Meralco.
Isang magandang araw mga kaliwanag at ganun na din sa mga katribu. Nakakalungkot nga ang nangyari sa marami nating kababayan dahil sa pananalasa ng Super Typhoon Karina. Daming pamilya, lalo na sa aming mga customer sa Meralco, ang naapektuhan at nalubog sa baha. Kaya kami sa Meralco naging puspusan ang pagtugon namin sa mga pangangailangan ng aming mga customer nitong mga panahon na ito. Hindi po tumigil ang ating mga crew kahit malakas ang ulan o mataas ang baha sa pagbibigay serbisyo. Mula sa pansamantalang pag-alis ng supply ng kuryente para maiwasan ang aksidente, hanggang sa muling pagbabalik ng supply sa oras na ligtas na ang sitwasyon. Napakahalaga po ng public safety para sa amin dito sa Meralco. Kaya bago po namin ibalik yung aming serbisyo sa mga lugar na lumubog sa baha o gayon din sa mga nasirang electric facilities, sinisiguro namin na ligtas muna ito para sa lahat ng customers ng Meralco. Ini-inspect po muna ng aming mga tauhan ang mga lugar na nawala ng serbisyo ng kuryente para malaman kung ano ang naging sira o problema sa aming pasilidad. Kapag nalaman na namin ang naging problema, uumpisahan ng kumpunihin ang mga pangunahing linya ng kuryente. Sa oras na ito, darating ang aming mga equipment at mga kagamitan na gagamitin sa pagsasaayos. Una po naming inaayos ang aming mga linya ng kuryente na nasa main sections. Kapag okay na ang main power lines, ay susunod natin agad ayusin ang mga linya sa mga kali at mga kabahayan. Ito po yung dahilan kung bakit maraming mga bahay ang hindi agad na ibabalik ang serbisyo ng kuryente noong kasagsagan ng bagyo. Dahil maaaring wala ng baha sa kanilang kalye pero sa kalapit na mga lugar, lalo na yung sa major sections, ay hindi pa ligtas na ibalik ang supply. Ngayon, fully restored na halos ang serbisyo ng kuryente sa lahat ng apektado at salamat sa magigitin nating mga line crew na 24/7, walang tigil na magtrabaho sa kabila ng bagyo at baha, walang tigil sa restoration efforts doon sa mga lugar na apektado. Saludo kami sa inyong lahat. Bukod din sa pagre-restore at pagsasaayos ng linya ng kuryente, tumulong din po kami ang aming employee volunteers sa Meralco Rescue sa disaster response, particular sa mga pagsaklolo sa mga na-stranded dahil sa baha. Agaran din nagbahagi ng libu-libong relief packs ang One Meralco Foundation para sa mga pamilyang pinakaapektado ng bagyo sa iba't ibang bahagi ng aming franchise area. Nakabantay pa rin po kami anumang oras upang agad rumesponde sakali man magkaroon muli ng service interruptions o anumang emergency situations. Layo namin na ayusin ang aming pasilidad na naapektuhan ng bagyo sa lalong madaling panahon. Maaring mag-message ang aming mga customers sa aming mga social media channels kung sakaling may iba pang concerns. Ako po muli ang inyong lingkod, Manong Joe, hanggang sa susunod na episode natin.